Hey everyone, it's Micah Jenkins. I hope you can see me. I asked a few of the girls on my team to send me a message if we had any technical problems, so hopefully they'll let me know. Okay, so I am super excited about this webinar, and for those of you who know me know I do not like doing these live calls, so for me to be excited, that says something. I think we have some really good information for you, and I'm going to try and keep my part short and sweet because I know everyone is so excited to see Whitney and hear her tips. So I'm going to get right into it. As a business owner, which that's what we are, you know, we own our own business with Unique, I think it is so important to be a product expert. And after talking to some of the ladies on my team the past couple weeks, I realized that's something we really lack is really knowing our products. And I don't know about you guys, but if I go into a store and I'm looking for a product and I have questions about it and I ask whether it's the owner or just someone working in the store, and I ask them questions and they have no clue what they're talking about. They've never heard of it. They're looking at me like I'm a crazy person. It really turns me off, and especially if it's something expensive or that I'm going to use on myself or my kids. Like, I want to hear the person's testimony. I want to hear it's a great product. You know, when you don't know what you're talking about, I really think that turns people off. So if you go into a store and you ask questions and the owner is so excited to help you out, they have tons of information about the product, they give you their own testimony, I think that is just huge. And as business owners, that's what we need to do. This isn't just a mascara business. You know, we have a whole line of amazing products. We have skincare, and then we have all of our other makeup products. And to become that expert, I really think that the best thing to do is use the products yourself. When someone asks me if I like the other products, I tell them, you know, my opinion. Well, I've actually switched all of my makeup and all of my skincare over to Unique products. I used to use a expensive department store brand, and I'm actually more satisfied with my Unique products. And a lot of people are really surprised and excited to hear that. And then we start talking about what products can work for them. So what I really want to talk about today are those other products. Of course, we know how amazing our mascara is, but if I'm being honest with you, I'll tell you a couple of months I realized this isn't just a mascara business for me. I realized that if I start talking about these other products and upselling, that it's, yeah, you can sell so much more. They're just, yeah, it's the results of what you can do when you talk about the other products are amazing. So I just want to talk real quick about upselling, and then I'm going to hand it over to Zio, who's on the call with us, and she's going to show you one of her parties. She's actually going to screenshot it if she can get it to work. So when we talk about upselling, I know that can be confusing to some people, but it's really simple. If someone asks you about the mascara, a great way to get into the conversation about our other products is to ask them what they're using to take their makeup off. And that's a tip I got straight from Sherry Brown. If you haven't seen her video on YouTube about the Upsell Hotel, you need to go watch it. She has some amazing tips, and of course it's a fun video to watch because it's Sherry Brown. And she says to always ask questions that they have to answer. You don't want to ask yes or no questions. You know, if you just say, are you using eye makeup remover? Oh, there's Lauren. She's on with us. Yay!
Hey, I don't know how to. I'm going to try to mute.
Okay.
I'm on my phone, and I'm at the doctor's office, so
okay.
Y'all just keep going if y'all. Hang on, I'm going to try to mute.
Okay, well, you just butt in whenever you want. Lauren was actually supposed to talk about upselling, but she's been sick, so I'm kind of winging it today. But anyways, as I was saying, so you want to ask them questions that they can answer with more than just yes or no. Because if you ask if they're using something to remove their makeup, of course they're going to say yes. So ask them questions that they can answer. And then if they tell you, oh, I use this amazing stuff to use to remove my makeup, then you can come back with, okay, well, whenever you're looking to buy some more, I would love to tell you about our Shine Gloss or our Illuminate. It's amazing, and then you can tell why you love it, and then just leave it at that. You haven't been pushy to make a sale, but you've put it in the back of their mind, and then maybe when it's time for them to look for that new product, they will give you a call or a Facebook message. And then also, one thing I always think about, because I think this happens the most for me, is when someone asks about our foundation. So with foundation we need primer. So you can ask them if they are using a primer. And you want to ask what kind they're using. And a lot of people, I did not use primer before Unique. I had never even heard of it, I don't think. So you can ask what kind they're using, and if they tell you they're not using any, then you can explain to them why primer is so important, especially with our mineral makeup. In my opinion, it's a must-have. It has changed makeup for me completely. Makeup never stayed on my face longer than an hour or two, and now I can wear it all day long. Ours is actually natural, and you can use it on your eyes and your face. So if they ask about foundation, you ask them if they use primer, and that you're upselling and you don't even know it. And then you can go into the other products that go with foundation. Of course, you can talk about our BB cream and our touch cream, and then you talk about the powder that goes with it. So yeah, upselling is really not difficult at all. And you're not just trying to make more money, make your PRS higher. What I think about upselling, like this is kind of my thought process, is our customers can get mascara from anyone. More than likely, they have more than one person on their Facebook who are selling Unique. And it's not hard just to, okay, I need more mascara, there's a link, I'm going to click it. That's really easy for our customers to go and do. Go to someone else and get mascara because it's convenient. So if you help them get their other products like their foundation, their primer, you help them pick out eyeshadow, you give them the flawless base, you get them matched with the right color, they're going to remember that and they're going to be loyal to you. When their foundation runs out, they're going to come back to you. And now you've created a lifelong customer who's going to come back every few months. And they're going to be loyal with their mascara too, because they're going to remember that experience they had with you. You didn't just send them a link and give them mascara. You helped them. You had an experience with them. You gave them some one-on-one time. And network marketing is all about building those relationships. It's not just sending a link and making some money. Oh, and I want to put in one last point, and then I'm going to let Zio take over for just a few minutes, and then we'll get Whitney on the call. I don't want everyone to take this call as me telling you to throw the mascara out the window and start concentrating on all of our other products, because that's not what I want you to do at all. I still think mascara, and so does Lauren and Whitney and anyone else you ask who's been around for a while, they'll tell you that mascara still needs to be 95% of your posts. You still need to have the mascara parties. That is what opens the door to these conversations, and that's when the upselling can happen. You want to talk to your past customers who've already bought the mascara, who love it, and then those who come to you before buying. That's when you start upselling and talking about other products. You don't get rid of the mascara parties and start only concentrating on one other product. You continue doing mascara 95% of the time, and you throw in the other products here and there. And the best way to do that, in my opinion, is your personal videos. People love videos, and more than likely they're going to watch a video more than they'll read a long paragraph. So if you want to tell about your experience with the touch cream, show a video of you putting it on or taking it off. And then use your own photos and just talk about what it's done for you. I know, like, my face has been really broken out, so I try and let my customers know, like, look, this stuff is amazing. You can't tell I'm broken out, but if I took this off, like, it would probably scare you. So I'm going to let Zio take over real quick and show you a party that she just did recently with color matching.
Okay, so hi everyone. Let me get familiar. I think I got this screen share thing. I think I found it. But before I screen share, I wanted to kind of share like the idea and intent of what I did. So the month of May in the beginning didn't go as well as I had anticipated. I think I had a ton of parties planned, scheduled, but I was getting a lot of people ignoring me. I was getting a lot of people canceling, a lot of people rescheduling. So I needed to come up with some sort of game plan. I do my mascara parties over and over and over and over again. However, this time I needed to kind of explore, kind of whenever you feel stuck in something, whenever we have a rut, we have to find new solutions, right? So I just started brainstorming like a class idea. And party because I know a lot of my friends were having parties not just done by us, but like other direct sales companies and things of that nature. So I really had to come up with something unique, so to speak. So I came up with this class where this time I did foundation. It was kind of on a whim type deal. I knew that I had a bunch of my friends or friends of friends contacting me trying to get some foundation, but I wasn't seeing any sales come through. So I was like, why not? Let's try this out. I kind of just did it, kind of just a trial and error type thing, and I'll share with you what I did. I labeled it as a class again, not as like a lash bash or a party, so that way I felt like with parties, the perception is that the hostess will get all the rewards and, you know, get everything out of it. Whereas a class, everyone's going to come out with something. You're going to learn something new within that class. So I felt it was necessary to label it as a class to kind of get out of that norm on Friday night. And from Central Time to 7:30. And I found it really fun and interesting, and I just kind of dove in with kind of anything that I do with Unique. So I pretty much just went in there and I did all my inviting one day before, because again, this was on a whim, and I got like 20 ladies to participate within this. So if you guys can have more time to be able to invite people, I'm sure the more the merrier, right? So I set it up the day before, and I would say about 8 or 9 of them, because what I did was I did all the live portion for that hour, posting everything about our foundation, from ingredients to BB cream to mineral coverage, anything that complemented our any of our coverages, and our primer, of course. And I was upselling a lot of primer, and everybody bought primer within that party that did purchase foundation or BB cream, because I shared one of the shots. I'm going to show you a picture I shared between using primer and the difference between primer, and that really helped me upsell you know, our primer and complementary things. And I even got a Radiant Beauty collection out of it, because I also did an application video within it, and within my application video I touched up on our brushes, our primer, our rose water to go along with our mineral concealer, our BB cream, our foundation, and blending buds, and touched lightly on skincare. So my friend was like intrigued about it all. So when she PM'd me, I got a Radiant Beauty collection out of her. So yes, so let me show you guys kind of what I did. Like I said, I really didn't have like a thorough layout per se. I just knew that I wanted to go in there. I wanted to help my girls match their shade, and what I used is that undertone. I don't know if anybody knows about undertone and how they play a factor into what kind of shade you get, because within Unique, there's also like, I'm going to show you guys the color swatch so I can kind of explain through. Let me see. Bear with me just 1 second while I figure out this screenshot thing. Okay, so I'm screen sharing, it says. Do you guys see me screenshotting? Anybody? Okay, so
Screen.
Sorry. So one moment.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, so I went in here and just Zio's 1 hour foundation class. Did it for 1 hour, and hold on 1 second while I get down to. Okay, so I did this undertone thing, and if you guys don't know what undertones are, I'll go over it just really quickly. There's cool, neutral, and warm undertones, and you look at your wrist and the veins on your wrist, and it kind of determines what kind of like hues you have to your skin, and that'll determine what foundation you get. And then when we determined foundation, we moved on to matching BB cream and concealer as well, which I'll show you guys. So cool undertones are blue and purple veins, neutral undertones are blue-green veins, and warm undertones are green and olive veins. So when people determine, I told them to go into natural light or some sort of like really bright white light. You don't want anything orangey or reddish because it's just going to throw it off. So nice big bright white light. So I did a welcome video here, and within the welcome video I also did like a little giveaway, so anybody who came, this was my initial thing.
I still can't see your screenshot. I'm not sure that anyone else can either.
Okay, let me see. It says you are screen sharing.
Did you click the screen that you wanted to share?
I don't know. Let's see. I'm gonna
The
try.
upper left. There it goes.
Okay, you guys see me now?
Yes, perfect.
All right. So let me move back up. So I just did it as an event, and it just went on for the hour. It was a live hour, and I just, let me scroll down to where I kind of started. This is what I was talking about, the cool, neutral, and the warm undertones, and I helped everyone kind of gauge where they stood with their undertones, and then I didn't go over straight matching. Everyone just picked their undertones within this thread, and I told everyone that I would get with everyone individually that wanted to go over picking out shades and picking out products at the end of the party, so we wouldn't stall and I can get all the information in there. So this is the video that I posted. It was just like a 2-minute video, and within that video I gave like a little just giveaway, like a percentage off for those who, you know, it was kind of a drawing. So initially kind of getting everyone enticed. So this is what I was talking about. So I share these compacts because they're a little more true to color versus these swatches on the left-hand side where it says how to choose the right foundation shade for you. But within these it'll tell you this one's a neutral undertone, this one's a pink undertone, which means cool, this one's a yellow undertone, which means warm. So they just have to choose between light, medium, or dark once you determine their undertone. So then down from there, and I discussed about ingredients and just what makes us kind of unique, between mineral concealer, between BB cream, and right here is where you would match your foundation, and then once you match your foundation, you'd go horizontally here and it'll tell you which BB cream and which concealer matches that particular foundation. And then I just, you know, I went over them individually, cool, neutral, warm, and we went over that quite a bit. Again, the same thing with ingredients, and then I just posted a quick picture, which I don't need much coverage, so I did post much more pictures of our Y sisters using the products, and I got a lot of people like, whoa, that's some serious stuff out of using these pictures. And myself down there with the BB cream and just going over them individually, and of course being in touch with these people and liking and commenting of me posting. And I had one more video which I'm not seeing, but I have one more video which at the very end that I shared, it was my application video, and within that video I touched on the love it guarantee, because if we didn't get the shade, because this is not foolproof, nothing is, you know, there's human error involved, we can exchange their product or we can refund them. But I did a video, and there was a primer, because primer is a must. This video was the one, I won't share it, but for the most part I went in there and I shared everything from top to bottom, my entire application of doing both mineral concealer and doing mineral, our touch foundation in cream and our touch foundation in pressed powder. And of course I used our primer and I touched a little bit upon mascara. I had my one eye done and I did that whole thing. And yeah, and I just gave, you know, all the brushes, any complimentary items that go along with it, bronzer, things like that, that would go along with your face. I mean, it came out pretty well. I think I still have people that I'm going over products with and going over a bunch of you know, their tones and shades and things like that. So it went pretty well. It went, I think, over $400 in sales, and I'm still getting people who are still interested, and we're still going over things. So yeah, that's pretty much what I did to just kind of get out the shell, you know, out of my shell and get something else going, something different and innovative.
Thank you so much for sharing. I think that is such a great idea.
Thank you.
I'm definitely going to be messaging. I've had some friends who've asked about the touch color so many times, but they've never actually gone on the website and ordered. So, you know, just a 1 hour quick color matching is what you can call it rather than a party. And then it's a great way to upsell. You know, you're doing them a favor. You know, they want the foundation, but in order to have that flawless look, they really need the primer and the powder, and then of course all the amazing pigments to finish off the look. Okay, so Whitney is going to talk about how she applies her products. She's been with Unique for 1.5 years, and y'all know she's amazing. So I'm so excited she's on with us. So I'm going to let her take over.
Is it good? Is it up?
You're good.
Okay. So, I was trying to catch up on everything. I'm so excited about that party. As you'll hear me saying on most of my videos, I'm a huge touch advocate. It's just something that I have picked and I have ran with. So a little bit of background on me and why I believe that you should be a huge product of your product. So if you were in a health and wellness company, you would not be selling the products unless you were using them. That's just how it is. They push that very hard. You use everything so you can give your testimony. And I fully believe that that is the same thing with Unique. If you are not using your products, how are you going to help your customers understand and know what is the best? So I'm going to run through everything as fast as I can. The only thing I have on is Glorious Primer, which you just need a little bitty squirt, and I rub it between my fingers and put it all on really fast. You also can use a beauty blender to put it on, but honestly, it soaks up your product, and it's better just to do it with your hands. And these are really soft, is why I recommend a beauty blender, not our beauty bud for that. So let's get started from the very beginning. I have everything laid out in here. I've moved my whole entire vanity into my office, and I'm still working on my office, so that's why you see the crap in the background. But so first things first, your cleansers. Now, these suckers are top-notch products. I used a previous skincare before. It was the best skincare I had ever used. It did help my skin significantly. I am still kind of young. I'm 27 now, but I was a little bit younger a couple years ago. And I still had breakouts all the time. And we all know how Mother Nature hits, and you get breakouts. Well, I would have them terribly then, and I would still get them throughout the month. Well, I was doing a lot better on my old skincare, and I swore I would never switch it. And then I got my hand on Unique skincare, and I have never looked back. I actually threw my old stuff away. So as you see, this is my face. I have a little bit of pink undertones in this area. I have really black. This is genetic under my eyes. But for the most part, I have really clear, soft, pretty even skin. I used to could not, like, I could not have, like, no blemishes unless I was on a very strong birth control. Kind of TMI, but I have been off birth control for almost a year, and I don't get breakouts at all. If I sleep in my makeup, I might get a little bitty pimple, and if you get a little bitty pimple, I recommend this one. Little dab it on. A couple hours later, it'll be basically gone. So, spot treatment on this one. It's amazing. You can also take your illuminant, you can mix it with some sugar or some baking soda, and you can get an awesome scrub out of it. I recommend scrubbing at least once a week. And the other one is you can do this as a mask. So you can put it on and let it sit for about 5 or 10 minutes, let it dry, and wash it off. Use it as a mask. So one other tip that I just learned a couple months ago from Haley Ragsdale was to mix these two, because I am honestly kind of in between. I get a little oily in these areas. I like the extra cleanliness that this one gives, but a lot of times it's just too strong for my sensitive and dry skin. So I was really using this one. There we go. Now I mix them, a little bit of each in my hand, scrub it together, and that's how I wash. Crazy, but I don't know why, because I'm kind of in between. Works perfect for me. You know, this one is your dry skin sensitive. If you have really dry skin, you're really sensitive, you don't want to use this one at all. If you're oily or you wear a lot of makeup or anything like that, you definitely want to use this one. If you're like me and you're in between, combine them. Next up is, so once you clean your face, you would use rose water as a toner. So basically just a little spritz. Rose water also works in many different ways. So if y'all have maybe seen my touch coverage sunburn picture, what you didn't see was that sunburn went away, which was a pretty bad sunburn, from rose water and Uplift. I always peel if I get burnt. Always peel. Not one time. Even my back, I was spraying rose water all over my back. I went through a whole bottle of rose water and Uplift 2 different times because I just got burnt that bad 2 different times. So rose water is amazing for sunburns, spray on your bug bites, on your little kids, things like that. It also works as a double with our pigments, which I will show you whenever we get to that. And if your mascara starts to get dry and you don't have another set yet, open it up, squirt one little squirt in there, pump it around, swirl it around, and you have new wet mascara. So, tricks for rose water. Next is going to be your Uplift. You do want to use Uplift before you use your moisturizer. So for Uplift, you just need a little dab. Can go like in these areas, and you want to go up like this. You don't want to put Uplift up here. That's what Mukhtar told me. I don't know why I didn't ask, but that's what he told me, and he's a scientist. He knows. Also, if you can put it up here. You can put it right here. Your neck. I mean, really wherever you want to just put it. He just told me it's not to go up here. That's just not what it's for. So these little areas, I have been using Uplift since we had it. I still am wrinkle free, and it's seriously, our skincare has got to be why. In the 1.5 years and how stressed I have been. I was in school. I have a crazy toddler. Work 7 days a week. Y'all, I don't know how I don't have wrinkles except for because of our skincare, because I should start getting them by now. So Uplift, and I really only recommend using Uplift at night unless you're not wearing makeup during the day. If you don't really wear much makeup, you just wear mascara or something, it's fine to use a little Uplift in the mornings, but you don't want to like douse yourself in Uplift in the morning. Your body absorbs the nutrients at nighttime, so you really want to be putting this on before you go to bed at night on a clean face. Do not go to sleep in your makeup. And I fully believe you should wash your face with a lemon before you go to bed. So that's Uplift. Last is our Divine. Just takes a little pump or two. If you get your Divine and it seems like it's not coming out, all you need to do is just like pump the mess out of it and it will come out. That's a little troubleshoot for Divine. Okay, so that's, whoops. I have a lot of products up here. So that's our skincare routine. That is what I do every single night. Now, for primer, like I said, you want to put it all over. I told you already did that. Primer can also be used in your hair as a hair serum, and I've heard some people use Uplift also. I just kind of tame those little, sometimes I'll fix my hair and I'll do my primer and then I'll tame my frizzies up here with my primer. So, whatever works, right? Now, next up is our touch cream, and I'm going to show you a couple tips and tricks, and I'm glad that Zia went over the different undertones and all that, because I was going to go over that, and I actually say it a more confusing way, so she made it clear your warms, your neutrals, your cools. So she did an awesome job on that. Now, there are many different ways to your products. So I'm going to try to show you all of the ones that I do. I do them differently. So this is my regular cream, whatever color matches you. Our foundation brush, just get it on here and paint it on your face, okay? And I'm not going to do my whole face. I'm just kind of like, I'm going to look up a clown whenever we get done. But so you want to paint your face with this. That is one way. Another way is to use the sponge that comes in the thing, or in the little kit, or using the Beauty Blood. If you use the Beauty Blood, you want to get your cream on here, and you want to do this bouncing motion. Oh, and you're supposed to get your Beauty Blender wet or whatever. To me, this is how you're supposed to put your foundation on with a Beauty Blender. So in a little dabbing motion. If you're just wearing a solid foundation and a powder, I either use the sponge. The sponge works really well. I also have a pressed powder brush where it just stabs in there and you just pat it on your skin. Okay? So that's one way. You also have your BB creams. This is a real quick, this is tinted moisturizer. I always ask my customers what they use currently because I need to know how to help them pick what's right for them. Some people are scared to death of a pressed cream. Lord knows why, but I don't know. But even a lot of our presenters use BB cream. If you have a pretty decent skin tone and you don't have a lot of blemishes and all of that, BB cream works great. If you need a lot of coverage, you're going to need to use pressed cream. Pressed cream. So BB cream, you want to put it on the back of your hand if you're not using your fingers. And then again, you can just take Beauty Blender, you know, kind of dab it on everywhere, or use your fingers. Either way, up to you. So that is those two products. Now, y'all see me, I highlight and contour a lot. So I want you to know that highlighting and contouring is not scary. It can be done very quickly. It's simple. What I do is I normally would put my normal pressed cream all over for the most part. And the areas that you are going to highlight and contour, you can kind of leave out, or you can go over them, whatever you really want to do. So for highlighting, you want to take a light colored cream or the light BB cream. For me, like I told you, I have these dark circles. I have to use the pressed cream. The BB is not enough coverage for me. If you don't have that problem, BB cream in the light is going to work great for you. So you want to go under here, and this is most important. Remember how we used to do our concealer like this? Not anymore. You come down, you go up. The reason that I highlight and contour almost all the time is because of these stinking circles. Okay? So, triangle under your eye of some sort. Okay? So that's what I normally do for highlighting. You can do down your nose, and you can do all of this area and your chin. Okay? So that's how you do that. You can take this and kind of blend it in a little bit if you want. Super quick. You then want to take a light colored powder. So I'm using Scarlet on both of these. This little brush for me works great in these small little areas for powder. And voila. You have highlight. Okay? Now, bam. That's what you got. Super quick, y'all. It's not hard to do. Next, you're going to contour. Again, you can use a dark BB cream, squirt on your hand, get a small brush of some sort, and then you're going to draw lines. Now, I use cream for everything. Sometimes I use that, never know. You're just going to draw little lines on the areas that you would, you know, normally contour. Okay, I'm just doing half my face to go quick. Right here, there's tons of videos to figure out for your face shape what's going to work best for you. We're not going to go with that because all those things are already out there. Fake a nose job, contouring. Super quick. Now, if you wanted to, you could just cream, highlight, and contour. And then you would blend it all in, and you don't even have to do powder, and you could put your normal powder over. Totally up to you. Okay? And then next, I'm going to take Cypress, the darkest powder. You don't have to go that dark. You also can use the mineral concealer if you would like. Works the same way, or you can go down a shade or two, just depending on what you need. Okay? Looks kind of creepy, right? Woo! Now, we will blend this, okay? Don't need to be scared of it. Super quick, super easy. You want to take a blending brush of some sort. I like to get my powder, go back to my normal powder, and kind of fill in these areas that I didn't touch. See, and I'll kind of like put some there just to have something to blend with. And you're going to take a blending brush, and you're going to blend this mess all in. And it's going to leave shadows. Now, remember how I wanted to cover my circles up here? I'm not going to touch that. I leave it light. Okay? That's real quick. I can't really see what I'm doing, but that's blending. Now, the other side of our face, let's talk about, you just did full cream powder over here, and you just want to do some blush and bronzer, whatever. So, your blush, you just need a little bitty bit. Now, here's the thing with our blush. It is pressed, so it's not going to go everywhere. You have an amazing blush brush. And you don't want to, used to say, oh, put it on your apples. Well, look at yourself and smile in the mirror. If your apples drop, which they do, they're up here, and then when you don't smile, you're down here. So if you put your blush on these apples, and then they sag down to here, like your blush is going to look weird. So I just say a little bit on this cheekbone right over here. Okay? You don't need a lot, y'all. Ours are very pigmented, and you need to tell your customers that these are going to last, or not this, but the pressed one is going to last for forever. Last up for face is our bronzer. If you have not tried this, you need to. Many people wear bronzer. You have got to get this and explain to your customers how to use it, okay? Now, how do we use it? You want to do a little 3 on your head, on the side of your face, okay? A little bit up here, bring it around, down here. Y'all, you just have to try your products. Totally not difficult at all. So that's the main of our face. You also have your eyes and your lips. So let's talk about lips for a second. You need to know how to troubleshoot your lips and your lip stains. Now, if you have really dry, cracked lips, lip stain is going to be hard to get on. You want to exfoliate, okay? You can buy an lip exfoliant. This is what I have. And you just rub it on your lips at nighttime. It's great for your lips. Sometimes I will rub it on my lips and then wipe it off and then put my lip stain on. I love our lip liners because they last for forever. Many times I will just use lip liner. So if you are demoing these products to your customers, maybe you're one-on-one or you're at an event or something like that, you want to put these on the back of your hand and let them dry so that you can show people all day by doing this that they don't come off. Okay? Be a product of your product. Use your products and show them. Eyeshadows. So if you're doing regular eyeshadow and you're not doing creams, you need to pick a light, a medium, this is beautiful, And a dark. I usually wear Confident, but we're going to go a little bit darker and do Daring. Right, if I can get it out over here. Okay, so super quick. You should have already put primer on your eyes. You better have your eye brushes, okay? Our eye brushes are the balm.com, okay? This is your first one you want to start off with. And you want a light up here, and you want a light down here. Now, I'm super quick. I basically just do it all over because I am not a makeup artist. Okay, just a little bit of a light. You want to take a middle color. I use the Deluxe brush and get you a little swooping motion right here. Now, this way that I do eyeshadow is for those of you who do not really know how to use eyeshadow. I was clueless, and this is how I learned, and it is super easy. It is not makeup artist style. It is just a quick, simple way to make your eyeshadows look like you know what you're doing. Because even if you don't know what you're doing, you better fake it. And this is how I faked it for a long time. Alright, so you're going to take your dark and your crease brush. Only thing you need to do, make a little V on the outside of your eye. Kind of blend it in. And there you have it. 3-step eyeshadow tutorial for those of you who don't know how to put makeup on very well. Don't be scared to try your products. I like to get a little blending action going on. There we go. Now, something you can do cool with our eyeliners. Many people like liquid eyeliner, and if you find out that your customer likes liquid eyeliner, then why would you not want to share with her how awesome our rose water and pigments are? Okay, so this is Devious, which is the blackest eyeliner, and I sprayed some rose water down here on my desk, which I normally would spray on my cabinet. I'm just a weirdo like that. You can spray it in the cap, whatever you want to do. You're going to take your liner brush, you're going to mix that Devious and that rose water to make yourself a liquid liner. Okay? If this is what your girl likes, this is what your customer likes, this is what you tell her how to do. Okay? It's not hard. The cool thing about it, they can have 32 different shades of eyeliner if they want. And rose water doubles for tons of other ways. So you want to sell her on that. Sell her that rose water doubles as skincare, as sunburn, as bug bites, as eyeliner, mascara wettener. I mean, it's pretty cool, you know. So liquid eyeliner right there. Pretty cool beans, right? Let's do our pencil eyeliners. Now, I know you all know how to draw eyeliner on the top of your eye, right? It's not how I do it. I pull my eyelashes up, and I come in here and fill in under. It's called tight lining. It makes it where it doesn't look like you have eyeliner on. So if you want to showcase this gorgeous mascara, if you didn't notice, I only had regular mascara and 3D on this side. You should always run around like that. You can fill this in underneath here, make it look like your eyelashes are thicker without even anyone knowing that you have eyeliner on. How amazing, right? I really think this helps brighten up your eyes. If you have super long, gorgeous eyelashes, bring on the top eyeliner. But if you're like me and they're short and stubby, I do it this way. It's really quick, and it's awesome. I don't know if I'm supposed to be reading this stuff on the side or not. Micah, tell me if I need to answer anything. Next up, white eyeliner. So if you haven't tried this, you are totally missing out. This is something that is becoming very popular, and I really think we were one of the first ones to really kind of promote this. So I highly recommend all your selfies and you're posting to your customers that you're using white eyeliner and you're showing them why. Okay? This really helps brighten up your eye. So I do this all the time, and yes, I'm going to put more makeup on so it doesn't look crazy. But if you'll see the difference over here, it's going to kind of close up my eye. So know the difference. Know why you can use black versus white. You know, I used to always look like this. Woo, that looks really scary. And this is how most women look. They look like they have black liner around the eye and they can't even see their eyelashes because they don't have 3D mascara. Okay? So you pick and choose what looks prettier. Do a comparison like this and have something to show your customers. I look really creepy now. So those are the ways to do eyeliner and why they're so awesome and different. Now, one last product that we're going to talk about is the cream eyeshadows. So if you're not using these and sharing them with your customers, you're missing out on some amazing sales. These are awesome. They're going to last a really long time. Also, most women are very busy. And when they're very busy, they don't have time to put on a bunch of eyeshadow. It's just not going to happen. Also, some women don't like loose minerals because they feel like it goes everywhere. They're just getting too much powder on their brush. That's the case. But these are super quick. If you want a really natural look and you're in a hurry and you just want to make your eyes pop, I throw on Elegant all over. And just brightens your eye up. I do that all the time. You saw me, it took 5 seconds. So showcase these to your customers. Let them know these don't crease. And I do put primer under them. You know, I had primer on already. These don't crease. They last all day long. Sleep in them so you can tell your customers, that you woke up the next morning and there was still some on your face. Next, really quick, is Tenacious. I don't really wear Dainty because it just doesn't match my eye color. I have like greenish blue eyes and I don't know, grays just don't look good to me, on me. But if you have, I don't know, I think like hazel and darker eyes, I think those match really well. I'm not a eyeshadow expert. Okay, so again, I just kind of draw this in my, a little bit right here in my crease. And then I did the darker on the outer V. Same thing as the other, but with creams. It's completely perfect to fill in all of this if you want. Tons of ways to use these products. Another quick little secret I haven't actually shared publicly, I don't think. Y'all are the first to know. So if you follow makeup artists and stuff on Instagram, you will see that they have these like cheek glow things. They like show their pictures like, they make all these pretty faces, and their cheeks are just like glowing. Okay. Well, I know how to have glowing cheeks with Elegant. Put a little bit on your finger. You can't see it. But you get a pretty little glowing look. I don't have that powder brush in here. I use another powder brush, and I just brush it back, and I get a little bit of glow, summertime glow on my cheek without using bronzer, just because I'm already kind of tan, and I don't need a lot of bronzer all the time. And I get that pretty little glow. You can't really see it in this camera, but you can just dab some on. Just put a little bit up there. Get your little cheeky glow going on. She glows really cool right now. Don't really know what it's called, but it's a tip, and it works. What products am I missing, Micah? I think I've done.
Think of anything. I think you got them all.
Besides like lip liners and lip glosses, I guess I could do.
Are there any tips for putting the lip stain on?
Yeah, I said the exfoliant.
And someone wanted to know where you got that.
It's Tarte.
Okay.
So, anything that Unique doesn't have, I usually buy Tarte. I get it at Sephora or I order it online from Tarte because I don't have a Sephora near me. I did that because they are a lot like us in their, their ingredients. They're really safe, cruelty-free type deal. So, little things like that I usually buy. There's other brands that are cruelty-free and, like we are and all that. One real, I need to sharpen, I guess I'll do lips real quick. If you're sharpening your pencils, you want to turn. You don't want to turn your liner. It can break it off. You want to just turn it in a sharpener. If you're doing liners, you want to do an X right here. I can't really see what I'm doing. You can overline, on the out if you want like a fuller lip. Now, some people are going to do like their little lines like this and then just put gloss in. Y'all, I love this stuff. And I just fill everything in. I wear this like lipstick. So, it's a hot mess because I can't see what I'm doing, but I wear this like lipstick. And throw some pretty gloss over it, you're good to go. These are really hot colors. Your darks are going to be really hot in the wintertime, and your pinks and your reds, or your pinks really are really hot in the spring and summer. Your reds are going to be kind of hot in the fall. Things like that. I always encourage my customers to try something else. If they are doing a one-on-one with me, I will throw skittish on them, even though they're like, ah, and I'm like, no, just try it. They love it, And if you can, get your customers one-on-one so you can really show them everything. You should have one of everything anyways, like we've talked about. So you have one of everything to show them. Things like that. I think that's mostly everything. I look like a creep right now.
Thank you.
My eyes are scaring me.
No, you did great. I seriously cannot thank you enough. I think I learned a whole lot. I hope everyone else did too. I think the biggest thing that you've heard from all three of us is get these products in your hand and learn about them. You have to. So if anyone has any questions, post in the team pages. I'll do the best to get these photos from Zio and get them to Carly and Lauren as well so they can get them in their pages. And thank you so much for tuning in, you guys. Bye.